Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Stephanie and Neon and Aphin and Coda. Good evening, Real, Yamino, Spider, and Severia? Hello. Good evening. No, good afternoon. There we go. Dancer and Grace, Summer, Joyful, Ashley, Zans, everybody. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Happy weekend to those of you who are celebrating it, because it's Saturday afternoon here in slightly overcast but still beautiful Brisbane. I hope you're all having a lovely time. I hope you're all having a lovely day. I hope you're all planning to be productive. Do the things while you listen into the shenanigans, because boy howdy do we have shenanigans today. I hope you're knitting. What did done happen was I actually bought a new camera, so it has come and I have all of the pieces, so forgive me if I'm fiddling around off screen while watching whatever the hell's going on, because I have a fun new camera to unpack with like all the bells and whistles, so that'll be fun. You might notice a camera quality change, you may not. We'll see how the setup actually works. Anyway, regardless, hi, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you're all wonderful. I know you're all wonderful, but I hope you're all keeping wonderfully. Today, we'll be reacting to Miss Chantal Marie, Miss Foodie Beauty, and her current live stream entitled, Okay, Who Do I Need to Block? Again, reading caps in loud voice, I think is appropriate. Cool. Rude disclaimers from the top, get them out of the way. Hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you if you're new. If you're returning, it's great to have you back. I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just a guy who lost some weight and talks about things on the internet. Also not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate. Literally here talking about the produced and monetized content that we see here on this platform. Again, a reminder to everybody that it is a choice. It is a choice every time we turn the camera on, we collectively, and it is a choice what comes out of our mouth for all of us. So, for those of you who need a little bit of a catch-up and summary as to where we are today, we've got a couple of community posts. We're going to touch on those. Everyone seemed to really enjoy my community post voice the other day, so we'll probably return to that. Just a little bit of a warning in regards to this content. Unfortunately, Tinbit, Pete's cat, which Foodie and Pete's shared, but we'll get into the history of all of that. Tinbit has unfortunately passed away. So there will be discussions about animal welfare throughout this stream. So if that's not something you can handle at the moment, totally respect it and understand. Feel free to step away. But yeah, we haven't been speaking about Tinbit specifically, but we have been talking about the cats and the welfare for a while. So it's kind of familiar territory, but this is a little bit harder if you're having to process that. Anyway, we're going to jump right into the community post. So 9 hours ago, we got, I can't remember the voice I did now. Oh, maybe I'll do the high one. Hold on. I am very saddened to announce that after I ended my stream, we had to rush Tinbit to the vet emergency as she collapsed and suddenly became very ill. Tinbit had suffered with feline leukemia for a while now and is 17 years old. With the recommendation of the veterinarian, we all decided it was best to have Tinbit euthanized. I will be spending the rest of the day and evening with Pete's, not sure when I will be live again. 9 hours ago. Turns out she didn't spend the rest of the evening with Pete's. Can we call that a lie, or is that a change of mind? She didn't spend the rest of the evening with Pete. She instead went over to Old Mates and enjoyed something. She posted it on Instagram, and that's the thing. Like, she's not even trying to hide the change of mind. She went over to Old Mates to enjoy some photo. Basically, her active audience decided to call out her shenanigans on it all. And then an hour ago, we got... Oh, sorry, I see the super chat. I will jump back one moment. We jumped to an hour ago, and we get... Okay, some of you need to seriously shut the fuck up, and this BS of blaming me for being a bad friend to Pete's. I literally support him in almost every way, and maybe not as emotionally available as you think I should, but Pete's is my good friend, yes. But he's also a grown man. He went bed after putting Tinbit down. But what am I supposed to do? Wait for hours for him to wake up? He knows I am here if he needs anything, and I will see him again soon, don't worry. I am tired of it, and I'm blocking everybody who gets on my nerves. I'm allowed to be with whomever I want at any time. an hour ago, and then we get a surprise live stream. So we're gonna be jumping in on that. We're about 15 to 20 minutes behind on the live stream. We're going to watch it and we're going to sit down. Bones, thank you very much for your patience and for your super chat. That's not at all required, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Bones says, been following for a long time and just enjoy you love. Have an amazing day in the beautiful chat too. Good vibes for everyone. Bones, thank you very much for your kind words and again for your super chat. We will absolutely have a fabulous day. And feel free to enjoy along with us as we go. Danielle, thank you. Hello, Danielle. Thank you for the super chat. Danielle says, oh my God, finally a daytime live. I know it's been a while. Stuck in bed cross-stitching as I have a bad fracture? So this is perfect. Love your content and the voice. Thank you for the kind words. And best of luck with the cross-stitch, Danielle. And hopefully everything starts feeling better soon. Right. So we're all caught up on where we are. It's a bit Julia Child, Volta, yeah. We're all caught up on where we are. We're going to jump back in time in the live stream. We'll play it at speed because reality, we don't know her. And we're going to get rid of her chat. Absolutely not. Yeah, so we're going to get into it. Does anyone have any questions before we begin? Fit, hello. Thank you for being here for 2 months. Fit says, good evening from the States, listening at work. Fit, I hope work's going well, mate. Hopefully we don't distract you, but hopefully we can help pass the time as well. It'll be a bunch today. And Nerdwall, thank you very much for joining the channel as a member. I appreciate it. Welcome to Pulpster. Joyful has requested a slowdown of the chat. Absolutely. No worries, Joyful. It is my... let's go with that. Save. Beautiful. Okay, no worries. It was Julia Child mixed with Mickey Mouse. It was a little bit, yeah. A little bit. Right. We're gonna get into it. Kelly, thank you very much for the super chat. Kelly says, evening everyone. Spending some needed time with the hubby, but I'll be rewatching in the morning. Love from Pittsburgh. Kelly, enjoy your evening with the hubby, mate. Thank you for the super chat as well. And enjoy the rewatch whenever you get to it. Right, we're gonna jump on in. We're gonna jump on in. Please hold just one moment. That's fine. Joyful, I'll try to keep an eye out. Just let me know if you need a hand. I'm here. Alrighty. We're going to watch at speed. Let's go 1.5. Just for funsies. Alright. Who does she need to block? Wild Rose, thank you for being here for 9 months. Giggity. It's lovely to see you today. It's really nice being able to do a weekend stream because I get to see everybody whose time zones don't align with the 3 a.m. live streams on the other side of the planet that I normally run. I'm going to be quiet. Let's go.
Oh, people are talking? So here's the deal. I was in a bad mood before I went live, and now I think my edible hit, and now I'm in a good mood.
Oh, okay.
Not a good mood, but I'm not as bitchy. So...
We'll see.
Oh.
We'll see. Hello, Claudia. And Sam, hello.
I don't know what to say.
Good to see you, mate.
I am big mad. Misha, like, what the hell? You guys are accusing me all the time of being a shitty friend of Pete's. And I'm like...
We have documented evidence of Chantal being a shitty friend. And this is less about seeing the friendship dynamic and much more about inserting myself into, would I want a friend like Foodie? No. No. I don't want a friend who, like, screeches for me in the house at 4 o'clock in the morning because they want a bag of M&Ms. Like, get the hell out of here. There's a lot worse that's been done, absolutely. But that Foodie being the worst housemate, I think, was the title of that live stream. So bad. Just garbage mama. Danielle, thank you for 7 months. Danielle says, whoops, that meant to say infection. Oh, infection. Oh, buddy. Take care of that. Take care of yourself. Hopefully things get better. And Elle, thank you for 9 months. Elle says, Pulpy, you're amazing. Never forget, much love. Elle, thank you very much for the kind words and for being here for 9 months. Appreciate it. Right, we'll continue.
Really, really good to him. He's not even mad at me right now, so he's not bothered. Maybe he wants to be alone. Like, hello.
He's not even mad at you. Maybe he wants to be alone. Is that a confirmation, or is that just your, like, the justification that's running around in your head? Look, I think this whole thing... And look, there's a history that I think Chantal touches on through this, and if not, we'll get into it a little bit later. But there's a history for Timbit, right? Timbit's a 17-year-old cat. Timbit was the cat that Foodie and James got together. It was their cat at a time. So you'd think that, look, again, self-insert, but in my mind, I would want to be there for a friend. I would want, like, to be there for each other going through grief. You know, I'm sure, like, shoe on the other foot, I'm sure James, aka Pete's, because I'm trying to use his preferred name. I'm sure James didn't think, hey, how can I get out of the house when Graham's passed away, for instance, right? Like, I'm sure there was a lot of, well, maybe not a lot, but I'm sure there were opportunities for support in that moment of grief that I don't think is there with Foodie just, like, going out to old mates. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Oh. Like...
Hey, Jen.
I was there for him. I brought him there. I was there with him when it happened. I paid for everything. And I was with him after. So, I mean, I don't know, like, how much more...
Are you trying to flex? I paid for everything? Like, you do things you don't need to mention at all. Like, you don't justify your friendship by saying, I paid for it all. Ew, gross.
Supportive I can be. He's one text away, one phone call. Fizz, I'm not feeling good. Can you please come? I need help. I need something. Bye. I would be right there. I'm sick of, like, my... especially members. I'm just sick of people who I think are friends or who just... I don't know, just, like, turning on me and, like, thinking the worst of me. Like, that's just... It's annoying, you know?
Okay. Here's, like, a reality we actually need to talk about a little bit. Dear Foodie, just because people pay to be a member on your channel doesn't make them friends. That's not how that relationship works. That's not how that relationship evolves. And guess what? Even if you did consider people who pay you monthly to talk in your live streams friends, weird, but okay. Like, they don't mean the same thing, right? But even outside of the monetary question, even if you did consider them friends, guess what? Friends are allowed to call you out on shitty behavior. In my experience, I think that's kind of what good friends do. Not to say that they call you out on everything that they disagree with, but a healthy friendship is one that you're able to have able to have adult and mature conversations within to say, hey, you've done something kind of shitty and I want you to know why I think that's kind of shitty. I think that bad friends are the people who won't take any of that criticism and just do this, I guess. Melanie, thank you very much for the super chat. Melanie says, what do I do? Sit around and wait for him to wake up? Yes, Chantel, that's what best friends do. I think so as well, Melanie. Like, you don't have to physically be, like, sitting beside his bed, but you have to be available. And she's trying to justify saying, well, I'm just one phone call away. And it's, for me, I think I would find a lot more personal comfort in knowing that I had my support system, like, outside of my door or you know, anything. Good Pete, for instance, like, if I'm ever going through a hard time and he knows it or I've been through something troubling, like, I'm not saying a good friend has to do this, but he will, like, actively be involved, actively check in, be like, oh, hey, I bought some cheesecake. Not saying that's everybody's approach, but, like, going to your boyfriend's house who has insulted your best friend, who has threatened your best friend, going to hang out with old mate in this situation is definitely a slap in the face to James, because James and old mate don't get along for good reason, I think. We've seen that on the streams recently, of James being quite sensible and saying, well, yeah, I threaten his power over you because, like, he's got, like, I'm an external force. It's like, well, yeah, and in this moment, you're basically spitting in James's face. Kelly, thank you very much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Let's go.
Oh, like, Andreas, hi! And he went to bed. Like, when he's depressed or whatever, like, he was sleeping. What am I supposed to do? Like...
Stay home, in my opinion. You know what? You could have not stayed home. You could have gone and holed out with old mate, but why did you choose to share that with the internet? Like, is this just a ploy for drama? Which it might be, but why do you have to... First of all, that's a bigger question. Why do you have to share everything you ever do with an internet platform is beyond me. But you don't have to share the fact that you're with old mate and not with Pete's on the day that you had to put one of your animals down. Like, you didn't have to share that, but you chose to share that. Why would you choose to share that? It's just shitty behavior. Cancer Warrior, thank you very much for the super chat and good to see you. Cancer says, when she called him crying while he was live on his YouTube and he dropped everything for her, he's been there no matter what and she doesn't care. Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like it's a reciprocal amount of effort and energy between the two of them. There's a lot to, and considering the fact they've been friends since high school, they were engaged, like there's so much history between the two and they've lived together for so long. There's a lot of history that seems to be just forgotten, I suppose. Holly, thank you for being here for 9 months. Holly says, part of it is that they are beside you without you asking. Absolutely, Holly. Like, as someone who's going through a hard time, you shouldn't have to ask your best friend, in this case, you shouldn't have to ask them to stay home. Like, you shouldn't have to, like, the expectation is that a friend is part of your support network and will support you in hard times. And that's what I think we should put out into the universe, you know? Like, if you know a friend is going through a hard time, you should make yourself available for them, not hang out with your allegedly abusive boyfriend and edibles and just write yourself off. But anyway, Sam, thank you very much for the super chat. Sam says, oof, James is now caring for her cats too. Yeah, exactly. Consider that. Like, BBJ and Sam are stuck at home without Chantal. And who has to care for them? Considering she, you know, has cried so many times online about, oh no, I have to be home for my cats. This is a strange turnabout in terms of narrative. She's the worst friend.
Yeah,
bad
like,
friend.
Everything's here, my machine, everything. Like, I want it, you know, like, for me, this is like coming back home in a way. Like, animal control came today. Actually, funnily enough, on the day of...
Okay, I don't believe this happened. I don't believe that animal control came the same day that you needed to put down one of your pets. I don't believe it. Look, coincidences abound. The universe is serendipitous, but I do not believe this happened at all. I think that this is just a talking point so that she can say, well, animal control says that we were definitely looking after them, all well and good, so that that question of care doesn't come up, right? The animal control storyline was done weeks ago. So why today? Why today?
When we had to bring Timbit. Because you guys already know that people have been like calling and saying that the cats are like underweight. There's cat shit everywhere. They've been like abandoned for days on end with no food. So they came and they looked at everything. They didn't even like, they just like looked around and like saw the cats and they saw Sam and like,
yeah, Mika makes a really important point, saying she can't drive home now that she's had edibles, so she's not available for James. Like, she's just not.
Yeah, Abby, well, like, you were very accusatory in the comments, and after seeing that, I was just like, you know what? I'm saying that, Jamie Carpenter, what I do for him, because you guys are accusing me of, like, you act like I'm, like, evil to him. Like, evil. Like, I'm not, I want to say this, like, really, really emphasized.
Okay, she's about to emphasize something and we can talk about that. You're a bad friend. In my mind, I would not want a friend like Foodie for a lot of reasons, but in the exchange of effort that we see between Chantal and James, she is a bad friend in my mind. Melissa, thank you very much for the super chat. Melissa says she's going to use this to pawn BBJ and maybe Sam off on James. Knowing Mrs. Timbits, do you want BBJ? Yeah, I mean, we could definitely expect to see that outcome, considering just how much she's been talking about options and ways that she could get rid of her animals. I hope that doesn't happen, but I mean, if this move in, get married to old mate storyline is going to go ahead, I can probably see it happening. Which I'm like it sucks for the cats, but it's not a shelter, right? Like there are a lot worse options that the outcome could come to. I just hope I hope James has the bandwidth to be able to care for those two cats if that does happen. Yeah. Anyway,
you can love somebody, but still, you're not responsible for their happiness, okay?
Correct, but being a supportive friend and being responsible for someone's happiness are two different things. So this talking point, I will agree, no one is responsible for your happiness apart from yourself, but other people can impact your happiness. And we're not necessarily talking about happiness here. We're talking about support and being there for a friend, and that's not always happiness, and it's not always comfortable. Sometimes it gets quite awkward. But support and happiness, two different things.
I'm not responsible for Pete's happiness.
Hey,
I'm
Haz.
not responsible. And yes, I know that sounds insensitive. He's grieving the loss of his cat. And to me, I felt like I was being supportive. If I wasn't being supportive, it's up to him to tell me. Not for you guys to just be like, oh, you're a shitty friend because you didn't stay. A few extra.
Oh, hey, Lucy. Yes, team, by the way, if you see bugs, my apologies. You will be hearing birds because it's the middle of the day and it's a beautiful day. And they're just outside of my window being very loud. There's minor birds, magpies, butcher birds, scrub turkeys. There's other things out there, but yeah, they're very loud. Apologies. They agree, though. They often chime in to call Foodie out on her BS, so they might be extra loud today.
Hours, or you should sleep at home with him tonight. Like, he's gonna be grieving for a while, guys, you know? Like, and for me, I am grieving.
Okay, just because you expect someone to be grieving for a while doesn't mean that it's on your time. Again, you're a bad friend if your support comes on your own time. Foodie. Yeah, no, I can be there for you and I can support you, but I can't right now because I've got to go around to my allegedly abusive boyfriend's place and get high. Sorry, but you'll still be sad tomorrow, right? We'll catch you up then. It's fine.
Too. I've had this cat. We bought her together in 2005, a year after BBJ.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grieving too. Like, I was actually bawling when we brought her in. And for me, like, I want to relax with my friggin' machine, which is here, and I just want to, like, grieve in my own way. So why am I being villainized for wanting to grieve in my own way? Do you know what I mean?
So she has just considered this an actual talking point, because if this were front of mind, she would have mentioned it 30 minutes ago. Sure, Chantel, yeah, you're grieving in your own way, which is probably a discussion about avoidance that we could talk about and distraction that we could talk about. And again, not a professional, but does any of this seem healthy? No, so much no. But in regards to your friendship with Pete, yeah, I think it's like you're not a very good friend.
So what happened, basically, this is disturbing, so if you don't want to hear what happened to Timbit, then just...
Okay, that's your warning, everybody. She's going to get a little bit graphic when she's talking about, like, the events that led up to putting Timbit down. If you don't want to hear it, please feel free to step away. I encourage you to take care of yourself.
Don't watch right now. You know how I had to, like, pop off my live stream, like, in very suddenly, because...
Hello, Stella.
He came out of his room. He woke up, I guess, and he heard Timbit, like, whatever. But, I think Timbit's sick. So I go in the room. She's lying down, shallow breathing, like, really shallow breathing. And, like, she was crying. Like, you could tell she was in pain. Like, Wah! So first she peed herself, and then she pooed herself. And she wasn't lifting her head. Like, she looked a bit frantic, like I was petting her. So we took her immediately to an emergency. And did she have a stroke? They don't know. Like, the vet said, definitely we did the right thing. She felt like she wouldn't have lasted much longer, probably. And sudden onset, like, heart problems can happen in cats, especially overweight elderly cats.
They can. Timbit was overweight, right? Yeah. Also, sorry to distract from this talking point, but Fit has asked if we have any podcast recommendations or suggestions, history, true crime, or health. Looking for a new one for the commute and working out. I don't necessarily listen to a lot of podcasts. Funnily enough, Foodie is kind of my podcast. Foodie is often in my ear while I'm working out, which is fun. Good motivation. As for podcasts, nothing comes to mind. However, chat, you know I love to see recommendations in the chat, so if we've got anything for Fit, please feel free to drop it in. Emmy, thank you as well for 8 months. Emmy says, the best friends show up for you without asking. I agree, 100%. And I think that's a good, like, approach to live by, as, you know, if you consider yourself a good friend to someone. They don't need to ask. You're just there, you know? Thank you for 8 months.
Because she was just eating last night. Like, he heard her eating the crunchies and everything. She was like, she must have been like, she was like a couple years younger than BBJ, so she's about 17. And she had feline leukemia virus, which, alone.
Law is a great podcast. Law is the one that I listen to quite frequently, yes. And is it... Oh, there's another one.
We're surprised that she was like, she did so well for so long. She had trouble walking, and she was probably already in pain, and so I think that was even Pete's that was the best thing, you know. 17, yeah, she was 17, and BBJ's 19, and the animal control lady, she was so nice, and she said, I went and got BBJ, and she said, wow, BBJ, she's like, this cat is really good looking for 19 years old.
I don't believe that this animal control visit happened. Just, again, this might be cynical, Zach, but I don't think so.
Like, I could just feel, she's got a nice coat, and Sam, she saw Sam, he was hiding, but she said, wow, you don't look underfed.
Also, animal control telling her that her cats have nice coats, that's questionable considering Just considering.
My place wasn't spotless, but she said, like there wasn't any concern, like everything. There was no like cat crap lying around, and I said sometimes he gets dingleberries and they fall off, and then I pick them up, but
this didn't happen. This didn't happen. Karen, thank you very much for the super chat. Karen says, "Oh, so glad to catch you live. R.I.P. Tim Tam? Timbit. Yes. Yeah, Karen. Yeah, it is really sad. I mean, I don't know, because it just doesn't seem like either James or Chantal are mature enough to expect these things, right? She's saying she'll talk about like vet visits and stuff in the future as well. And it is really sad, but a moment like this really should be a spotlight on the fact that your cat, like their animals can't care for themselves. Their animals can't communicate when they're, when or where they're sore or tired or in pain or hunger. They can communicate, but it really should draw attention to the fact that they should see professional help more often than what we're told they are. Regardless, an animal has passed away, so it is sad.
So, why is that insensitive, Jamie? Like, what the hell? It's my Instagram. I'm still allowed to, grieve and still allowed to, eat and post things. Like, it actually takes my mind off of it. I don't see why that's a bad thing. It's not like I'm posting my friggin' tits. It's a picture of food.
It wasn't so much the picture of food that it got everybody kind of upset. It was the fact that you ditched James to hang out with old mate. That's the issue.
It's food, yeah. People eat, Jamie. Were you born yesterday? People eat. Look at that. Does that make me a bad person for eating? I don't know.
No, but it makes you a bad friend by not being there for your housemate and your ex-fiance, and James is a lot of things to Foodie, and she just couldn't give a shit.
I don't get you people just ready to jump down my throat over every little thing, and you're looking for reasons, for signs that I'm a bad friend of Pete's. Why are you looking to be so negative? Fucking lighten up and be happy in your fucking life for a change. I don't get it.
I'm really happy in my life. Just chat. Let me know if you're happy in your life. Or if you're not happy, let me know that you're working towards your own happiness in your life. It's great. I'm so happy. Hi, so happy. I'm Zach. I'm so happy. But just because we see something that we want to talk about, criticize, call out, and shenanigans, doesn't make us unhappy. It doesn't at all. Again, people continue to ask, why are you interested in watching Chantal? She's great motivation. She's great inspiration. She's a cautionary tale, and I'm morbidly curious. That's it.
What the hell? He knows I'm here. If, I'm not... Yes, I don't like sleeping there, right now. I'm in love, I'm in a relationship, and I know it's hard for some of you to accept, but that's how it is with me right now.
Yeah, Bones, that's a really good point. Every day is an interesting project to long-term happiness. Absolutely. And it's not to say that you need a plan on how to continue your own happiness, I suppose. But, your mood and your joy and your experience of life it's literally an everyday project. And for me, when I was at my worst, I put no work into myself or my own, happiness, my own experiences. I just didn't, and that's why I was at my worst. And then I realized that if I actually put effort into my life, I can be so much happier. Cheryl, thank you very much for the super chat. Cheryl says, "Evening, Zach. Always good to see you, love." Good to see you too, Cheryl. Excellent timing. Thank you very much for the super chat. And I had another one from Karen. Karen, thank you. Karen says, "The best indicator of future behaviour is past behaviour." Yes. Unfortunately, with Chantal, there's a lot of past behaviour to observe. And that's the thing, Karen, as well. All of it's been documented. No one's creeping into Chantal's life here. We are literally looking through a window into her own reality, and she's the one who chooses to turn the camera on. So that's it. Sparks, thank you for the super chat, and hello. Sparks says, "As an autistic who's often emotionally unavailable, you don't have to be emotionally available to not abandon your BFF. You're just a Jersey, Chantal." Yeah, I don't know. I think that her saying that this is her grieving in her own way is curious. And because it wasn't front of center in the conversation, I think she's just happened upon that in a convenience. I just think that she can't be bothered focusing on anyone else other than herself, Thank you again for the super chat. Let's go.
Literally, you get picked apart for everything. It's weird. I know. You know, like literally, like worse than most YouTubers. Give me a break. You have to admit that. Name one YouTuber who gets scrutinized more than I do on YouTube right now. Name one. Besides Anne Berlin.
Chat, feel free to let me know who in your mind gets scrutinized harder on YouTube. Anyone that's not Foodie or Amber. I mean, there's a few. There's a few. Also, in that metric, how are we measuring this? Are we measuring this in you have 88,000 subscribers and a whole heap of people call you out on your BS? Or are we talking about people with like tens of millions of subscribers who have like a handful of people who call them out on their... Like, how's this metric work? Please let me know. Cancer Warrior, thank you again for the super chat. Cancer says, not only did she leave James when he needed her support, but she left him to be with a man that hates him. Yeah, no, like I was saying earlier, it's really messy, the relationship there, because Pete's has both threatened and insulted James pretty heavily, and James has come out to say that, like, he's manipulative and don't get back with him pretty often on Foodie's own streams. So I don't know. Chat, I'd love to see all of the YouTubers. Yeah, exactly. Foodie's Foodie. Foodie hasn't really got that much going on apart from causing her own drama that people will react to. That's that's kind of it.
Any Bubba, whatever. No, Bubba Ganoush.
Hey, Lana, thank you.
To the Timbit story. So that's it. So she was put to sleep because she was suffering, you know? So. Bloomers 31, such a great friend, just kidding. Can it! I'm telling everyone to shut the fuck up. Onision. No, I'm not Onision. Like, you guys seriously see me that bad? Like,
no, and that's the thing. That's the argument that she's trying to make, right? She's trying to argue that she gets so much scrutiny as she's saying it, but she's thinking hate. She gets so much hate, and by comparison to all of these other really problematic YouTubers, in her mind, there shouldn't be so much heat on her. All of the heat and the energy that we put on her should be on somebody else, right? But that's the thing with audiences. We choose what we watch. We do. Just like content creators choose what content they create, right? It's a choice. And me, I'm not Detective Pulpy as much as I joke that I am. I'm not interested in investigating anything really outside of the YouTube and sometimes greater, like, social media bubble. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I started watching Foodie because she did mukbangs, and now we've ended up here. But I can still call out... I can watch anybody and call out problematic behaviour. That's just kind of what you do as an audience. You are permitted to criticize what you see. And it just depends on what you watch, I guess. Sorry, Emmy. Hello, thank you for the super chat. Emmy says, I'm in a much better place now than I was at the beginning of this year, and right now I'm listening in while packing so I can move on the 18th. Thanks for keeping me company through it. Emmy, my pleasure, mate. It's excellent to hear that things have gotten better, and good luck with the move. Hopefully it's as stress-free as possible. We will continue.
Seriously? Onision level? Oh, I wish you guys knew me.
I would argue that we see, also in this entire conversation, I would argue that we, the audience, see so much more into the private life of Foodie than we would any of the problematic YouTubers that we were talking about, right? Just hours and hours of live streams. Nothing's private, and I guess that's why people are able to criticize so much more here, is that nothing's compacted. It's just hours of a window into someone else's life who makes poor choices, and we're allowed to say when people make poor choices, just as a as a preface, you're allowed. We're allowed to say when people make poor choices, and we're allowed to encourage better choices amongst our audience, which is my approach personally.
I'm not throwing everything out backseat, you know? think you're a great friend. What would you have done if you weren't there? I mean, without question, like, I don't. You're getting your.
That's the thing, though. She's built James's reliance on her entirely because she enjoys control in relationships, all relationships. See, renaming every person in her life. But if Chantal wasn't there and James needed to get his cat to a vet, I would hope that there's a travel box and an Uber or a cab that could have happened. But I think that those options have been minimized previously because, again, Foodie enjoys the control of being there, I guess.
Not tomorrow. Yeah, actually.
See you, therapist. Have a good one.
Rhonda, yeah. Did the best I could. And yeah, I felt guilty. I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna get heat for that. I think that all the time. I know what I'm gonna get heat for. Oh my god, I'm gonna get heat for. Should I stay a few more hours? Like, he was sleeping. What do you want me to freaking do? Yes, I've checked on him several times, no name chips.
But if he's sleeping, how are you checking on him? What are these lies? What are these ridiculous fabrications?
It's good, but I was expecting it to be water.
Karen, thank you again. That's not at all required, but I very much appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Karen says, this is why I truly believe that James is in an abusive relationship with Chantal for damn near 2 decades. I think that I wouldn't... Not a professional and not experienced enough to say whether or not like it was an abusive relationship, but what I will say is that Chantal specifically held on to power and control, pardon me, in that relationship a lot. A lot. And even in the friendship, it was very, like, she positions it as, he just needs to ask and we'll go do it. Like, we'll drive to the comic store, we'll do this, we'll do that. But, like, being manipulated into reliance on another person is pretty controlling behavior from my perspective, but whatevs.
Ooh, yeah. Thank you.
Well, Sam says it perfectly there. Manipulation is a form of abuse. So I have corrected myself with my own words. So thank you for that, Sam.
Unicorns and bacon. I blocked Jamie on my Instagram. He's gonna feel alone for a while regardless, yeah. Like, even my therapist said I'm not responsible for anyone's happiness, like, but my own.
Yeah, again, Foodie took, like, weeks, if not months, to get James to the pharmacy or whatever it was for vaccination. Like, there was at least a week where he didn't get groceries because she kept putting him off. And whether or not that's James being polite and just being like, well, she wants to do it together, so we'll do it together as friends, or if that habit of reliance has been built on a friendship of 20 years, who knows? It's a lot. And again, we wouldn't really be talking about it if we didn't see everything on camera, but we see everything on camera, so we're going to talk about it. Eri, thank you for the super chat. Eri says she just watched James put down his cat and her response was to leave her own cats and go to old mates. Yep, I kept my puppy close all day after this news. Yeah, it's sad as well, and it's doubly sad when you realize that both James and Foodie got this cat together, right? They got it together as a pet, and then it was with James, and then when James and Foodie moved back in together, it was still their animal. But obviously James was the primary caregiver, owner, however you want to say that. Yeah, it's quite upsetting. Jewel, thank you very much for becoming a channel member. I appreciate it. Welcome to Popstar.
Codependency, Pete is not even, you guys are like, you have a freak attack, like, more than him. He's not even bothered, like, at all, you know? Jamie, he's not bothered. You're more bothered than him. The Sims TV. Eva, come from my channel. Alana is the vibe. With false strikes again. I will see you in court, you understand. I got my channel back. Are you talking to me, or are you talking to somebody else? Because I didn't strike anyone's channel. I don't know even who you are. I don't even understand your super chat, but thank you very much for your money. And you should keep it if you're going to sue me. You might need it.
Oh, Jewel, thank you for that clarity. That's no pressure, mate. No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's not healthy to fire up a live stream whenever you're pissed. Well, you know what? Why not? Because, you know, you have something to say to me, let me fucking have it. And that's why I'm saying I'm baiting you all out so I can block you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she's just kidding. Whoever said it's not healthy to just live stream whenever you're angry, is kind of right. She continues to argue that live streams are therapeutic for her. You know what I would love to see? I would love to see Foodie being able to process her own emotions and feelings off camera. That's what I'd love to see. Just being able to not do this at growth, you know? That would be that, but no.
I don't feel like walking anymore. I did. Alanis Morris? Who the hell's that? Hi Chantal.
Zan's asked if she's gonna dirty delete. I don't know, mate.
She, like, even the friggin' vet said she looks half her age healthy. She doesn't need to go to the vet, but I'm gonna take her. Just not right this really second. Just give me a fucking breather.
She's not gonna take her cats to the vet right this second, but you guys have been talking about this for literally months.
Yeah. So either vegan for life, I appreciate your donation. Either just wait a while till that I'm ready to take her to the vet soon-ish, or I can refund your money. I have no problem. I block you on IG. No, something pissed me off tonight. Like, I'm obviously, like, grieving every time I think about her. Like, I've had to see her in horrible pain, sick. And yes, I feel very bad that Pizza's grieving.
Meg, thank you for the super chat. Meg says she's vaping right now, but will totally be able to help James if she's called over. Yeah. Also, thank you for covering this. Meg, no worries. I had a free afternoon, so my pleasure. Thank you for the super chat. And Bloom, thank you as well. Bloom says, does she have no basic human emotion? She actually is thumbing her nose out of concern for James sickening. Yeah, I think she's trying to... I don't want to say pull focus, but I think she's trying to convince her audience that what she's doing isn't wrong or isn't bad, I suppose. But we all know. Mick, thank you for the super chat. Mick says, thank you, Zach, for creating this wonderful and caring corner of the internet. You're never on hero, a blessing from the universe. Mick, couldn't do it without you, mate. Literally everybody in this chat, first of all, thank you for the super chat. Literally everybody in this chat, thank you. You're all wonderful. You guys make this corner of the internet what it is. I just turn a camera on and talk about things. That's it. It's literally all you guys. So I appreciate you all for being here.
I can't imagine the pain because when BBJ goes, old cats need checkups. Yeah, but they don't need one like twice a year. I just brought her last year.
She keeps saying she brought her last year, but we're in November now, mate. Like, what is last year? I'd ask like when it actually was last year, but like again, we're 11 months into the year. This is towing the line of of specific verbiage. Oh, Danielle, no worries. Have fun.
Anyways, I just wanted to say those few words because every 6 months.
Yeah, I think the common denominator was 12 to 6 months, depending on like the needs of the animal after previous discussions. I would say, considering one of your cats is quite elderly, yeah, they should probably go every 6 months, because they you know what the thing is as well, like an elderly animal could definitely, like, they would probably appreciate a slightly different diet than, say, like Sam and BBJ probably should be given different diets, potentially different medications, potentially different like nutritional levels, like all of the... She doesn't care. She just gives them whatever. Okay.
Runs a bit. He has no one right now. He has people.
Nibs, thank you for the super chat.
You know what?
Shit.
He likes being alone. He's like that. He likes to be alone. Guaranteed if I was there, he'd probably be in his room. Like, I don't know.
Also, team, we have 800 of you here in the chat currently. Thank you for being here. Lurkers and chatters alike. I appreciate you all.
Brooke, I want to be here.
If you'd like to hit that like button, I'd like that as well. Please and thank you.
My family got me a memento from things engraved. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I do want to... Yeah, that's a good idea. Doing something nice for him.
Yeah. What are you going to do? What's nice? What's nice that you could do for James?
Hold on a minute. Oh. No, for what? Okay, so let me explain. Sam doesn't have mats anymore. I use my dematter tool. He doesn't have mats.
Okay.
BJ, she scratches her bald spots. She does this. She's done this throughout her whole life. My face I know, I don't know why it looks swollen. Naruto, was it me who upset you on IG? All I did was ask if you were staying with Pete's like you said we're going to. Yeah, it pissed me off because I was sick of hearing people asking me about Pete's in Naruto. That's why.
Because the focus wasn't on you, or...
Why are you people so friggin' sanctimonious? What the hell?
Calling someone out on their shitty behavior isn't sanctimonious. Like, this, like, personally, I think this is really shitty. Just from a friend perspective, like, it's not it's absolutely not. Again, she's trying to make this false equivalence of like all these other YouTubers do so much more worse, but they receive less hate. It's not. That's not what this is. This is just us, audience, first talking shit mostly, but not being happy with the way someone is doing the thing. Oh, I'm such a good friend. Are you a good friend if this happens? Again, taking Foodie out of the equation. If I had a friend who did this, probably not a good friend, in my mind.
You need to bring your cat to the vet twice a year. Animal control came to my... You know what?
That's a lie.
I'm gonna
I don't believe it.
Call animal control. They already closed the file. They already said now if they get calls, they don't have to do shit because they've come and inspected my house and my cats. And my cats are in better condition than they thought. Wow.
I don't believe it.
I'm not opposed to taking them to the vet. I don't want people every single day saying, did you take your cat to the vet? Did you take your cat to the vet? It's like somebody picking at your sweater all fucking day.
Again, the thing is that the cats can't go to the vet themselves. You are a pet owner. You should be responsible for the health of your animals. Yeah? Yeah, cool. Glad we agree. Laura, thank you for 2 months. Laura says, yay for 2 months. Also, is she still yellow? I think this is just the camera and the lighting in this room. It's reading really yellow. Like, people quite often say, oh, your hands look really green, Zach. And that's because, like, the lighting setup, when the sun's not out, like, makes my green and blue undertones come through a lot. I think that Foodie's just got a lot of bad lighting in this in this setup. Karen, thank you for the super chat. Karen says, if I was James, I would have left her high and dry forever ago. But let's be honest, James is loyal to a fault. Yeah, definitely. I'm not. Yeah. Obviously, James is an adult, and it's his responsibility to live the life that he is living. But yeah, it's certainly kind of. I think it's a little bit disrespectful to consider they've been best friends for 20 years and stuff like this happens, you know? But thank you for the super chat.
That's it. Oh, thanks, Jennifer Couture. That's sweet of you.
The lighting is bad. I don't know what...
Ashley.
Like, there's a light source.
People do open chat.
Or maybe there's not, actually.
Hello?
No, there is a light source. There's that bedside lamp, the bamboo bedside lamp. That's the light source. And it's got a lampshade that's, like, cream yellow, which is what's bouncing. Cass, thank you for the super chat. Cass says, as someone who works with animal control and humane officers, her story is 100% BS. Cass, weighing in with the expertise. I love to see it. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, like, you can't convince me that the universe is that coincidental, that all of this happens in one day. Absolutely not. I'm on board with you, Cass.
I appreciate you.
What's the squeaky noise? Is it a cat?
Cat.
Is it a
Yeah, I think I
bird?
understand fine.
Maybe it's a bird.
That happens so many times. Like, whenever people, like, call, we'll be like, hello, and then just nothing.
So why does he answer these calls? Guy, I'm not going to lie. I have a little bit of, like, phone anxiety. I do not answer calls. I just don't answer calls. If I know who it is and know what the conversation I'm expecting to be, I'll probably answer it. But just who's out here answering calls?
Animal control has way better things to do. Well, that's what they even said. Like, it's sad that we get these calls, but...
I think it's also because I want to be able to have a conversation on my own time if it's over a phone call. That's the thing. If you call, here's some great life advice. If you call someone and they're not available, definitely leave a message. Don't call and don't leave a message. I don't actually think that it's necessarily phone anxiety. It's just that if I'm going to have if I'm going to have a conversation and someone's trying to get in touch with me, I just want it to be in my own time. Like, the amount of times I have just been, like, walking with, like, packages or out roller skating and someone's trying to call me. It's like, it's an inopportune time. Ashley, thank you for the super chat. Ashley says, wasn't she defending James for how he cared for his cats? Yes. Now she won't be here for him when they pass Mr. B with the bull swanky. I think she just wants to make herself happy, which is her key interest, and that involves hanging out with old mate. Thank you for the super chat. Lil Brand Dog, thank you for the super chat. Lil Brand Dog says, I've seen more sympathy for James and Timbit from the haters than from this narcissist today. Thank you for being here to watch with you, Zach. Lil Brand Dog, it is my pleasure. Thank you for the super chat. And yeah, I agree. I think the general landscape is, like, obviously it's awful. It's awful clearly for the animal, but it's awful for the pet owner as well. Like it's a hard thing to go through, especially when you consider how long they've had this animal, like these animals for. So yeah, it's awful, but I didn't think that it would be coming to YouTube so quickly, and I think that's another perspective as well. Like I didn't think we'd be having this conversation the day of, you know, like it would have been a better approach to just like either not talk about it, not announce it, or not fucking do this live stream the day of. Choices, you know. Mukbang, thank you for the super chat, and Sweet Pepper, thank you for the super chat. Sweet says, paying rent and bills isn't a pass for being a decent friend. No, it's not. She resents James now that he is no longer convenient for her. Yes, I agree. I agree. I think that she's found something else that makes her happy, and she doesn't have a need for James at the moment, except when stealing M&Ms and putting a name on the lease, you know. Thank you for the super chat. And sorry, Annie, I just saw your message. Annie says, don't make me defend old mate, I'm a lawyer. The amount of times I've heard under 35 lawyers say they have phone anxiety makes me nuts. Why are you here, bro, not answering that phone? Look, in a workplace setting, I totally understand it. Dimples, thank you for the super chat. Dimples says, hello. Wow, I'm so out of date in regards to Foodie. There's a lot, Dimples. If you have any specific questions, Chad will absolutely be able to catch you up. Or just tag me and I'll try to keep an eye out. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it.
Why can't I post pics of food on my Instagram? I don't get that. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't get that. Oh no. Okay, Andrea. Early morning plans? What are you doing?
By the way, chat, I only actually specifically mentioned phone anxiety because it's a throwback to Amber. Just, we don't have to fight about it. It's okay. It's much more about me being selfish and wanting to have conversations at my own time and under my own conveniences than anything.
Yeah, everybody can move on.
Yeah. Is she still with old mate? Yes. Actually, she's at old mate's place right now, Dimples.
Hello?
Food anxiety is close to quinoa trauma. Damn it, Wild Roast. And Ashley, thank you for being here for 5 months. Ashley says she's not sensitive to anyone beside old mate, not even her. Yeah. I mean, Foodie doesn't seem very in touch with her emotional maturity, stability, all of those things. So, yeah, it's always about distraction and about what can make me happy so I can just not live in this reality.
Kohl pencil black on both top and bottom. Hamburger eyes.
Somebody do the live stream then.
Oh yeah, trolls. Trolls calling. It was me. That's it, I'm calling. Now everyone's gonna want to call watch. Call if you want. Say hi.
Don't encourage that. Ew, no. Different realities, team. My reality,
me out.
their
if
reality.
I have a friend with major depressive disorder able to
Don't let the two cross.
I would drop everything to be with them. They may not act like they need you, but they do.
This is the most obnoxious thing.
Well, I'm sorry, Meow.
Hello?
I am there for him.
Hello?
If you're gonna call, say something. You're boring.
Pronto? Come ti chiama?
How do you say I love you in Arabic?
أحبك.
Sounds like deletion's coming. That's okay. We'll cover as much as we can.
Yeah, Abby, I would take a taxi. Listen, does anyone want to adopt Pete's? If you're so concerned.
He is an adult. That gross. Ew, Chantel. Ew.
My cats are taken care of. I haven't even been gone for 5 hours from them. Before I left, I gave them treats, fresh water in 2 places, fresh crunchies in 2 places, and wet food. Oh, and I patted their ass and gave them kisses.
Great. This isn't about you, Foodie. Yeah, this isn't about you. But whatever.
My husband in her life a long time too. Yeah, nobody cares that. Yeah, exactly. I'm grieving too. Nobody gives a shit. I even said to Pete, I said I'm going to Natters because my machine is here, and I just want to I was seriously I just need to lay down and I don't know.
She just needed to lay down, but she's streaming for what, over an hour because she's mad at the internet. Okay.
Would he tell me if he was upset with me? Yeah, he does.
Ashley, hello. I see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Tiffany.
She's on live. Coda, yep, this is the current live. We're like 40 minutes
Okay,
behind.
I forgot I said that I was No, okay, here's this. I don't know. Chantal sucks? How can I tell? Maybe not. Maybe so. So. What was I
Yeah,
saying?
Blondie, it's not good, hey.
What was I saying? I don't remember.
Rachel, thank you very much for the super chat. Rachel says, hi, I'm getting married tomorrow. Chat! Can we get some hands up in the chat for Rachel? Congratulations, mate. I hope tomorrow's incredible. Just wanted to send a thank you for being in the background of all the planning and prep work. Oh, Rachel, I hope you have an amazing day. You don't need to tell us too many details, but I would love to hear about everything because weddings, fun. Congratulations, and it is my and chat's pleasure being around to distract you while you were prepping. Thank you for the super chat again.
Tizzy Izzy, welcome to your producers. Ready, some keys. Oh yeah. In my
Thanks,
post, I said I
chat.
was spending the day and evening, which was my plan. I did stay till like 6, but he was sleeping. Like he wanted to go to bed. He didn't sleep. He went to bed at like 8 in the morning and woke up early because of like what happened in Timbit.
Oh, excellent. Thanks, Rachel.
And being depressed, he just wanted to sleep. I mean, yes. I mean, this is just, I don't know. It's just where I want to be right now. I feel like getting emotional support from Nader. That's where I want to be. Like, I need emotional support right now, too.
That's great. Why are you online? Take this offline. Do not rely on your internet audience for emotional support. That's a message for anyone who needs to take it in the future. That is not what an internet audience is for. Amanda, thank you for the super chat. Amanda says she live streamed today a few times before they put the cat down. Never said animal control came. No, absolutely, Amanda. Like, the timelines make no sense at all. She was online for at least 3 hours today across multiple live streams because she was having trouble with connectivity. I don't see where the timeline makes sense that animal control visited and she had the opportunity to go to a vet. It's all, and she's saying this is all she left at like 6 p.m. or something. So yeah, it would seem like a whirlwind day that would not add up timeline wise for me and Foodie, and knowing how much time she gives herself in the day.
Weebies!
We should do a lime stream.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna make people puke.
I do have a lime in the fridge.
Thank you.
Don't know what I'm doing with it.
for me to write meat.
All right, we're getting high.
Lindsay Marino. Okay. You just do it. Okay.
She got the message.
Zan's James, from where I sit, is probably the least confrontational person in the Foodieverse. So I don't think James would ever be like, I'm not happy with you as a friend, or whatever that conversation looked like. I don't think it's easier for James just to ignore it and move on and not recognize it. I think he doesn't seem very confrontational, and that's why everyone was quite shocked, I suppose, when he did stand up and say, yeah, the reason why old mate doesn't like me is because I challenge his power when it comes to a relationship with Chantal, because everyone was just like, oh damn, that's actually very forward for James. Enki, thank you for being here for 8 months. Enki says, put her attitude in this bin because it's rubbish. It is a bit trash, yeah. Good to see you, by the way, Enki.
Hey, Nander, can you give Chantal a hug from us that love her and tell her we're sorry for the loss of Timbit, please? We love y'all, Brooke. Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice. Hi, Monique. Yeah, rock pile. Actually, I did clean my place very well. Chubby Moosh.
He's very much an I'm fine person. Yeah, he is, actually.
I go see them every day, guys. Spinelli. Financially supporting and giving Pete the means to have a channel isn't enough. You need to brush his hair and rub his feet. I understand people think I should be like at home with him, supporter, like fried cheese after BFF in morning while so Hold on a second.
You should be when you're choosing to do BS like this. We're going to skip ahead. Oh, are we going to skip ahead? Maybe not.
So, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel like I was there for him. And like I said, he knows
if he needs something, you're there for him. No, you're not smoking on that vape pen. You're not driving
he's
after
in a
this.
really bad way or something. He needs something,
What are you going to do?
He has everything there for, like, he probably wants to be alone, honestly.
What if James called right now and said, I just want, like, can we just hang out? Because remember, he used to have fun playing Mario and shit with her. Like, what if he just wanted to hang out? She's not available. She didn't want to make herself available. She just wanted to get high with old mate today.
People are always disappointed in me, like I'm a friggin' child.
Hey, Jane. No, we can, like, collectively as adults, we can be disappointed in the choices and actions of other people. We're allowed to do that. Thank you, Chantal.
What?
You are quite immature, though. I'll agree there. Karen, thank you again for the super chat. Karen says, she fully takes advantage of his passiveness. That's the main reason I have sympathy for him. Still have plenty of critique, though, but then I remember he's been exposed to Chantal since high school. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we're all, like, all of us are responsible adults. All of us make choices. All of us know, well, all of us focus on specific things, and that looks different for everybody. But I think it's a lot easier to feel... Yeah, I think you're right. I think that a lot of people have a bit more sympathy for James, even when he does put his foot in his mouth and get annoying not annoying, but when he puts his foot in his mouth often. Like, there are plenty of qualities in James that I don't necessarily appreciate, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to sit here and accept Chantal telling me she's his best friend while not necessarily exhibiting any of those qualities that I would expect.
Natter?
Yep.
Annoying is accurate. Well, yeah.
I want you to admit that I'm your girlfriend.
Admit?
Yeah.
What? I mean, I'm not in the court. You don't know?
I don't think that was a yes.
We are.
Yes, rip Timbit.
That was
I have
awkward.
no expectations.
Admit.
Sorry. I had too many chocolates.
Chocolate? I tell you, don't eat that at night.
Why?
Because
No, it was how long ago? Oh, it wasn't that long ago.
I'm going to sleep and you're going to be the ghost in the house.
I will, Penny. No name chips, yeah? L. Why can't I post pictures of food? You people make me so crazy. I don't get it.
It's not the food. Oh my god, no one cares about the food. It doesn't matter. It was the fact that you weren't there for James. That's what this entire conversation came about. From. How this came about. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of old mate. Just, yeah. There's a lot there.
Yes, we are exclusive. Vegas doll, rip to the beautiful tidbit. Thank you, Vegas doll. Thanks, Rockpile. Shut your trap. Nashi, to be honest, is offended by the photo. Only because I don't like beats.
I mean, she keeps saying boyfriend or girlfriend, but all this really gives me is, hey, Zach, future relationships should not look like this for you. Cautionary tales and all that.
You say you're in love. Plain cheeseburgers. I don't care about Timbits. Why? Because I'm not there to watch Pete sleep? Can it?
I mean, this energy is not giving me big, like,
Can eat something?
I'm sad that my pet was put down today. But, you know, she handles grief in her own way, as I have said, and it's very confusing.
Hello, Big Beezer. Hello. I'm just gonna ignore it. He doesn't have to watch my cats, Luna Lovegood. Doesn't have to. Like, what do you mean watch them? Like, cats are high maintenance. They lick their ass and sleep all day. They're fed. Like, if anything, they'll probably help him because Sam, he loves Sam.
Okay, so it was a lie that you said you needed to get back to your cats when Grams was sick and you were at the uncle's house looking after her with Mum. So that was a lie? Or was that just a current truth? Or did you just change your mind? Your cats are self-sufficient? Okay. Which story are you telling, though? Do you need to be around your cats, or are they self-sufficient? Are they self-sufficient now because you're going to try and get rid of them soon? Is that how that's working?
And he doesn't admit it, but BBJ too. And they'll probably go in his room and he can leave the door open now. And they can go in and out.
I think that... I don't know if the cats should be in Timbit's space, considering... I think that space probably needs a really good clean down before the cats can go in there. But just saying,
So.
right? That would
Oh,
make
shut
sense.
it, Shannon, then fucking leave. I've already kicked one Shannon out of my life this year. I don't mind doing another. Oh, thank you.
Plus, like, the cats are probably pretty confused as well. Like, even though they weren't around Timbit all the time, like, they'll probably be a bit disoriented. Maybe not disoriented, but confused that, like, that animal isn't in the home anymore. So they could probably use some attention and comforting as well. But, you know, who am I?
You, listen. I don't want to dox people if they don't want to be doxed. There are mats. There's no mats. The animal control themselves felt them. Pet Sam, Pet BBJ. Oh, they have nice coats. Because I do brush my effing cats and I take care of my cats.
Ah.
Very well, apparently. So well that my 19-year-old cat looks like she's 10.
Uh-huh.
She has the health of a 10-year-old cat.
Uh-huh.
So sorry I'm not running to the vet when somebody wants me to right away when she has nothing wrong with her.
How do you know that? Even if animal control were there, how, like, does everyone at animal control have X-ray vision? Can they take a blood sample by just, like, looking at a cat? Like, I'm not questioning the capabilities of an alleged animal control person, but, like, go get your cats a checkup. Go and get your cats a checkup. An animal control person is not a vet, right? Like, again, not questioning their capabilities, but that they are two separate services.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyway, it does happen. The peaks here. I don't know Nashi actually if he chose. Like, I don't know. He did like the administrative stuff like himself when he brought her in. You have to like park, and then he went in because of COVID, so they like limit the amount of people that can go in. And honestly, I can't, like, the thought of watching it. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how I'm gonna do it with BBJ. I know with BBJ, like, I'll really have to because she's really my cat. Like, Timot's more his cat, and he said he was fine with going in alone. Like, I don't think I could watch that, especially after like watching my grandmother die, take her last breath. I don't think I could watch it.
And thanks for the super chat. And says, just lost a pet. My daughter being there was enough. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Anne. Thank you very much for the super chat. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on Fruities. She said she was outside. Okay.
I saw Feberts, and it was traumatizing. So.
Why were the cats not vaccinated? Asked Nitty. I don't know. I don't know why the cats weren't vaccinated. Probably a good question for Chantal, but the cats never got vaccinated against feline leukemia virus, so who knows? And who knows if they've picked up that virus? Like, maybe they have. Maybe like, because it's contagious, right? So maybe the cats have picked it up, and she wouldn't know because she hasn't taken them to the vets this year. We're in November. So I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked at all if the next time they go to the vet, one of them or both of them have picked up the virus. There's nothing that makes me believe that that's not a possibility. Like, they were keeping them in separate spaces for the most part, but we saw them interact with each other a couple of times on stream. Yeah.
Yeah, he might have got a popper in, I think, actually. They did say something about that. He did say something about that.
Amanda, thank you for the super chat. Amanda says, but she'll expect James to be there for her, and he will when this relationship with old mate blows up in her face. Yeah, well, James has been, like, James on record, on channel, has been there for Foodie every time. Literally every time there's been a problem with old mate. So I hope that he takes a big step back. I just hope James moves out and goes and lives an independent life away from Foodie entirely, but, you know, that might not happen.
Something. Anyways, are we making baba ganoush after?
What?
Sorry, Jamie Carpenter, I'm hungry. Fuck,
Lindsay,
wanna
thank you for
friggin'
confirming that.
Have me stoned now? I don't know what you want. People in back because I posted a picture of beet dip on my Instagram.
No, you should try it before you argue.
You should try it before you argue. When's it acceptable to post food pictures, Jamie? Like, what's the time frame? When's too soon? Like, when's it enough? Like 48 hours? What?
2 o'clock afternoon.
Hey, Kate.
This is the time for posting.
2 o'clock? Alright, 2 o'clock.
Oh, team, there are 1,100 of you in the chat. Hi. Hi, everyone. How's it hanging? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. You're all wonderful. If you'd like to hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. Boop the snoot. Exactly.
Thank you, Harley Gal. I appreciate it.
And Lynn, thank you for joining the channel as a member. I appreciate it. Welcome to Pulpster.
24 hours? I seem so heartless? I don't know why. Just because I'm not there right now?
Tobertone, hello.
I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Like,
No, tomorrow.
tomorrow's off?
Punky, hello.
No, we don't.
Squidgy, thank you for your kind
Oh,
words.
yeah. Yeah, I remember now. I need to lay off the vape. Okay. Jungle cake? Anyone ever try this? This is ideal.
Also, chat, while Foodie talks about her weed, this is probably a good moment to say, all of you animal carers, pet owners, foster homers, I guess, thank you all for being wonderful. Thank you for taking care of animals who can't take care of themselves. And take today as a note to make sure they're happy and living their best life, because, you know, you're the one in control, not them. Jin, thank you very much for the super chat. Jin says, you believe in James more than he believes in himself. Also, boot the snoot. I just... Look, if I look back at my worst, and, like, completely different people, but if I look back at my worst and... versus where I am now, mate, humanity's wonderful. Like, people are capable of amazing, incredible things. So, the potential that James lifts himself out of his current situation, it's there. Like there's the potential to do it. Whether or not he can, that's entirely his decision and the amount of effort and power he wants to put behind that. Catalicious, thank you for the super chat. Catalicious says, they are the worst, Beavis and Butthead. She's going to have no one soon. She's incredibly toxic and thinks she should be deplatformed. Love you, Pops. Catalicious, thank you very much for the super chat. I mean, the thing is, we've gotten to such hard talking points with Foodie that this one feels like less shocking. It definitely, considering the talk about the cats recently, it definitely feels expected, I suppose. No one wants to be here, obviously, with the discussion around the animals, but it's definitely less shocking than, like, Old Mate, for instance. But it's sadder because it's not just her life that her poor choices are impacting. It's her alleged best friends and the animals she takes care of. Reagan, thank you very much for the super chat. Reagan says, I just hope so much that James can find better friends. He deserves so much better than this. Yeah, I hope he just, like, I don't know. I hope he just cuts her out entirely and is just like, I'm done with this, because it's so much. But the problem was with him making a YouTube channel, I felt he was leaning into his relationship with Foodie so much more, because that's kind of reliant, right? Like, his YouTube is probably not going to be as successful if he does, like, if Foodie's not involved in his life. But that might be a bit cynical, but I think that's the truth.
Both my problems. You guys, I just feel comfortable right now. Everything's set up here, my machine, everything. And I miss the cats, though, but... Rebecca T, destroying what strain are you puffing on? Goral. Jungle cake.
Hey, Danish.
No new chips.
Oh, Jess, have fun with the new tattoo.
I could go for chips right now.
I hope it went well.
Okay, what do you want me to admit to doing wrong? Being insensitive to Pete's feelings by not staying there longer? Okay, if you all think that, I apologize. When I get off here,
It's not us you have to apologize to.
I'll apologize to Pete. He's not even mad. That's the thing. You guys don't hear what we talk about behind the scenes.
Right.
We're a lot closer. Like, we're close, so
Are you?
we have an understanding. Needs anything, he knows to call me. Okay. Stardust, tell Natter.
Again, it shouldn't be up to James to call you if he needs something. A good friend will just be there and offer, in my mind. But sure, whatever. Yeah, tell us all about your relationship with James. And even if James were to sit there and say, like, yeah, no, this is exactly what I wanted, I would still question all of that, because they've been friends for, what, like 20 years? And I think that relationship is quite gross. I've spoken about that already. Laura, thank you very much for the super chat. Laura says, hi, I'm new. Hi, new. I'm Zach. Thanks for streaming this live for us. It's my pleasure, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it.
To wear his hair natural. It is natural.
Not natural.
It's relaxed, right? That's why.
What is natural?
It is natural hair, yeah.
Wait, Old Mate's hair or
No,
Chantel's
no.
hair?
Amber Nicole, who do you hate more, Charlie Gold or FFG? Ugh. Yeah.
I don't hate nobody.
Really?
Because if I hate somebody, you can handle.
Old mate doesn't hate anyone, but is real homophobic apparently. So okay, make that make sense. Sure.
Yeah. That's why I like good people.
No, I don't, Ronald. I love
I don't
life.
hate people, but I hate
Anna,
the
no,
people
not
before.
experiencing that.
When somebody's got their business with their nose in other people's life, and they think they're the smarter and they don't make mistake.
Oh, yeah, that's like everybody. Everybody does that.
So I'm not gonna be friends with Angel. I'm a human being, and I like the same type of human being friend. Somebody thinking Angel is too much for me.
I caught a little bit of that. I don't know how much I want to dig into what old mate says. It's just not great for me. Kate, thank you very much for the super chat. Kate says, Zach says we're all doing wonderful. My dog Nando says hello. Oh, hello Nando. Also Zach is one of the most wonderful people on the internet, despite Foodie's toxicity. Kate, thank you very much for the kind words and for the super chat. Also, hello Nando. Look, I think that it's not about my wonderful, sorry, it sounded really bad. It's not about me thinking how wonderful I am, right? Because like Foodie does, she tends to create a hierarchy of people depending on whether or not she thinks they are good or bad people. For me, it's so much more about talking about things that I never want to be, never want to do, and ultimately, one of the biggest talking points that I don't touch on as frequently as I should is that Foodie's relationship with her audience is just so wild and bonkers to me. Like, it's so toxic and it's so reliant and it's so dramatic and it's so not what I would want as a content creator. And that's why I kind of push so much more of the celebrating the big, the small, the wonderful things that we talk about, trying to better ourselves, learning to recognize shitty behavior in our past that often brings us to Foodie because they're so similar. But I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Anyway. Bonkers is a great word, Annie. Right? Yes. Yeah. Bonkers bananas.
The people are delusional and have so much expectations. Let Chantal live her life. I've been here since day one and don't expect her to be perfect. Thank you so much, Vero. Unsubscribe. Okay. Amber Nicole, are you still angry at Shannon? Have you talked to her? Yes, I still hate Shannon and no, I haven't talked to her. I'm very friggin' angry and hateful right now.
Just right now, or sassy?
Did you
have a dark side right now.
Hey, Audrey.
Are you gonna talk to her again?
Thank you. It's good to see you.
I don't know.
And Attic, thank you for the compliment. I like this shirt as well. It's a very fun shirt. Chris, hello, welcome. You did make it.
Anyways, can we talk about something else or what? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you want me to do?
She's the one talking.
You want to watch Candyman? Did you like that movie last night? We watched Malignant. It sucked balls. Eh?
I heard Malignant was quite good. Is it not? I mean, again, everything she says tend to take it in the opposite direction. But I thought Malignant was receiving good reviews.
What movie we watched last night?
I keep waiting 1 week to watch this shit.
Look at my hairy pillow.
After 25 minutes watching this movie.
Jewel, Brisbane's actually been pretty cool this week. It was getting quite warm there. We got up to like 35 Celsius at one point. Summer's probably going to be very warm, but we're starting to get more summer storms in spring. But we'll see. We'll see.
I feel like I'm wasting my time.
My constant chaos. What's my constant chaos? Why is my chaotic life means to hate on me? Why is going through things reason to hate on me? I'm not hurting you guys. I know, I feel really freaking bloated today. It's your...
All said in the same breath. Again, it's not hate, Chantal. It's taking lessons. My goodness, no. Look, I'm just going to say it. I understand that this is her reality and this is how she lives, but boy howdy do I wish that people didn't have to live like this. And ultimately, Chantal's making a choice to be this person. Right? Chantal has no capability of self-reflection. She can't look back in on herself. Introspection is not a thing that she does. She can't see why she's being called out or being criticized, because in her mind her behaviors are entirely forgivable because people out there are worse than her. people out there are worse than me, that doesn't mean I don't have qualities that I can work on. Like, that, it's nonsense logic that doesn't make any sense. Do not justify your own shitty behaviors because there are worse people out there in the world.
Friggin' fault, you feed me too much. You're saying just eat natural food and don't worry about
Kate, this was live about
calories or weight.
Why, you
an hour ago.
No, I'm not gaining weight.
So,
but I feel it right
But you
now.
change the type of food you eat.
Hello,
You can
Nutella.
have oil.
Lovely to see you.
Well, yeah, we're having fried
No.
potato chips later.
Hope you're having a good day too.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
If you just move your ass a little bit, you'll lose weight.
I don't want to stop going live. I like hanging out with you guys. I'm actually really happy right now. Like, right now in this moment, like, since Toronto, I've never been happier. Okay, and I just feel like, I don't know, I'm just really trying just to not let anything sabotage it. Remember, Nicole, did you see the pumpkin FFG carved of that?
Sabotage what? Girl, self-sabotage called. It's in the room. If you're so happy right now after Toronto, if this is the happiest you've been, why are you still reliant on the emotional support of your chat? Stop it. I think she really needs to revisit what she's doing for income, not just like from a YouTube perspective, but if she wants to continue doing YouTube, she needs to actually look at her relationship with her audience, because it's not good and it's not healthy, and there's a reliance there. And if she moves out of the luxury villa into Old Mate, is she gonna be streaming 4, 5, 6 hours a day? Is that the plan? Like, we just continue working like we used to? Because I don't see that benefiting anyone. Trust, thank you for 5 months. Trust says her logic, she can't be good because others are better. Honestly, I kind of think so. Although she probably doesn't see other people as better, she definitely sees other people as worse. Because it's easier to see people as worse to justify her own shitty behavior. Better would mean there's a challenge to be better. And I don't think Foodie has ever taken on board a challenge to be better in her own mind. But again, not a professional, just I watch
No,
her.
I didn't. I don't seem happy. Why? I am. Like, what? You guys are so negative.
What face do what?
Carved a pumpkin of you. Her head is the shape of a pumpkin, though.
Why are you insulting the pumpkin?
No, he didn't say that.
Huh?
I think you said move your ass to lose weight. Did you say that? I didn't hear that. I think you fat shame me and you're mean.
You ask to lose weight. I tell you to change the food.
Yeah.
To be more healthy for your body, but doesn't make you lose weight. You lose weight when you move your ass.
Yeah. No, but you're.
That's vehemently wrong. You can lose weight by updating your diet. Old Mate, I'm not a professional, and you sure as hell aren't. Please don't tell people that they can't lose weight by not changing their diet. Please don't. Because yeah. And that Foodie has tried to justify that in so many ways. Oh, I'll go for a walk. She literally did it the other week. Oh, I walked around the zoo for 5 hours. I probably lost however many pounds. BS. Weight loss is focused in the kitchen. Fitness is focused in the gym. They are different things that work collectively together. Not saying that the laws of thermodynamics don't exist. Yes, you can burn more calories than you consume, and if you are in a deficit, you will lose weight. However, if we're going to be having diet chat with Old Mate, interesting.
Like, at my size, you're attracted to me as I am now, right? That's what they think you're not attracted to me.
That I need to explain that to them.
Mood me out. Thank you for joining as a member. I appreciate it. Welcome to Popstar.
سفر الحالة ضنك صحابي فاكرني مدير
I'm
بنك
gonna pee the bed.
قررت اني افضي التانك واصل فيكم قلبي
Yeah, I'd rather all the conversations without Old Mate, personally.
ما اخذت عزها راح يصرخ مليون مش طالبنا ولا سيت ولا قهوة ولا نبيكو.
Is that that new song? Again?
This is the kids of course.
Oh yeah, that's a good song. For dissing you. Oh, what? Now because you didn't say anything, they think that you don't like me. Why would I?
Ooh, bug.
Oh my god, you guys are crazy.
I read the news in the CNN.
You have to call every news network and tell them all you love me or else you don't.
Hello.
God, it's almost in, like, I almost can't tolerate it when he's there. Almost. Almost.
It's just what? This is just musical like a little fart.
Oh my
Why
god.
this is so cheap?
Why?
Why send me Miss Fart?
This isn't even a conversation. They're not even like she's reacting to things that he's saying, but they're not actually having a conversation. They're not talking to each other. This is weird. Bonkers. Robin, I do not have birds in my room. No, I have an open window and a lot of native wildlife out there.
Because they don't say anything?
Amy, I did get a haircut. Yes.
Anyways,
Like, he just says something and she laughs. There's no back and forth. It's really strange.
hey, Melissa kisses. You retracted that. I'm not gonna block you guys because I don't care anymore. Oh my god, you guys.
What?
Ew. This just reminded me that there's an alleged sex tape that exists. God. Oh, the internet doesn't deserve this.
The hair fibers. You choking on the hair fibers?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking... My hairline. No, I like my hairline, guys.
Hmm?
I like it, you know?
Yeah, no conversation.
Zipper
Lucy,
zapper, hey!
At all.
Look at my beach. Charlotte, sometimes... You guys know I care about Pete and I'm here for him. You know it.
No.
What's wrong?
Hmm?
What's wrong?
They're giving me shit
For what?
for not being at home with Pete right now because he's doing
That's a conversation.
Timbit, even though we're talking on friggin' WhatsApp.
He's asleep. What are you talking about? This is the second time she's mentioned I'm talking to him, but he's apparently asleep. He's not asleep. He either is or he is not. There's not a state in between. Well, I mean, I guess there kind of is, but
You told me he was sleeping when you left, right?
I was sleeping, yeah.
Why you don't wait until he wake up?
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's what they asked me for. He went to sleep, guys.
she just said she's talking to him on WhatsApp, and old mate saying no, but he's asleep. What's the story?
He'd like to be alone.
Hey, old mate, shut up. You don't like James. You don't know James. And I'm not interested in hearing your hot take on James. Cut it out.
No.
I don't know if he's awake now. He wasn't when I left. And we're buying him looking for more razors, razor peace.
It's a story. It keeps changing, Vicky. Exactly.
Okay, anyways.
It's what her current truth is. Jane, thank you very much for the super chat. Jane says, old mate is Chantel's karma. Couldn't happen to a better person. I'm just relieved. Oh, yeah, look, Jane, I continue, I struggle sometimes, but I really do continue to come at Chantel's content, reminding myself that, like, this isn't my reality, and I'm very grateful that I don't have to live it, but I do continue to remind myself that everybody's people, you know? Everybody's people. I spent a really long time yelling at my camera, saying, good God, girl, get a grip, get out of this relationship, get out of what's happening here. You know what? From what we see, she seems quite happy and content to hang out with old mate. It doesn't make any logical sense for me. And it doesn't make so much sense considering all of the conversations we've had about everything. And the amount of times they've allegedly broken up, and the amount of times that they were just friends, and the amount of times, like, we've had all of those hard conversations. So to end up here is just, like, it's kind of like a marathon, right? Like, my emotional investment ran dry a long time ago. So she's going to do whatever the hell. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for the super chat.
What else did I want to say? I came on here for another reason.
But what I will say is that I won't sit here and have either old mate or Foodie's past behaviors glossed over as we're a happy YouTube couple now, because that's not the way my memory works, at least. So, and I wouldn't want anyone stumbling into old mate and Foodie's content in the modern day and not understand what was happening 6 months ago with like how they first met and all of that stuff. So there's a lot of history that really should be remembered. And I know that like a day passes in YouTube land and we forget about, you know, everything that happened in the last month, but it's important when we're talking about character, because we're not seeing any change in either of their characters, so don't tell me that there's change.
Wanna watch Candyman now?
Candyman? No, I play Candy Crush.
Pepperidge Farm remembers
you do
exactly,
play
Dre.
Was that game fun?
I used to play it much.
You used to play it a lot?
I'm like,
Glad everyone's getting summer vibes from the
Yeah,
birds
it was-
outside.
it was, but-
They're all very happy. There's little birds everywhere because it's spring. They're real cute.
To be fair, it's
Little fuzzballs.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys really, like, I'm not his mother. Like,
but your
I'm allowed my own way of being where I want to be when I'm, like, doing my own grieving or whatever. How, like, I can deal with this the way I want to. And
Yeah, but you're a shitty friend for not being there for James. That,
you know,
full stop.
yeah,
The
we're
end.
sharing a vape. Ugh, my face is breaking out. I really. Eat.
This lighting is not good for her. It's just really bringing out all the everything. Everything.
No, maybe not.
this is whatever you want.
Oh, Eri, she's adamant that animal control came today. In between her live streams and putting Timbit down.
But the baganush, no, for 3 days.
We always pig out.
No baganush for 3 days.
Excuse me?
We just eat baganush.
When?
You make baganush diet?
Yes. There are always things that always have to be in the fridge, okay? Baba ganoush, tahini, hummus,
Hummus?
and
Did I make you hummus before?
koshari.
I never made hummus for you.
Yeah, you did.
I did once?
Mhm.
They don't make it in videos.
Your tahini is the best ever, though.
Okay, we're having a whole heap of dips in the fridge. Very good. Wonder what's going with those.
Tahini only?
Probably cheese and bread. Morning to Timmy.
Only tahini, right?
Yeah, no. Baba ganoush is my favorite. Baba ganoush with tahini.
Okay, no falafel anymore.
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot about the full.
No sauce.
Thank you, damn it, Danny.
No beets.
Huh?
Beets. You like the beet sauce?
The beet sauce was good too, yeah. It was really good and healthy.
This is my beet sauce.
There's gonna be a video out. We had butterfly chicken.
Oh, it's gonna out tomorrow.
Yeah.
But the video is nice. Yeah.
Your butterfly chicken, so you cooked today then? Huh. So it wasn't just like going over to old mates to get high, hang out on stream. They've been spending like the entire night together. Alright, interesting. Catalicious, thank you again for the super chat. Catalicious says she's buying James's friendship and bought him dinner tonight. She deserves Friend of the Year award. Oh yeah. It's more than just about money. I hope James escapes. I just want James to like drop her like a hot potato and get out and do his own thing. I don't think he will, but it'd be a nice arc for him. Yes, definitely.
We just put one out.
The chicken, the veal. That was good.
Hi Heather. Rebecca, have you freaked out from getting too high? I've seen you take a crazy amount of edibles. You must have at least one good story. Oh, Rebecca, yeah, many times. And even now I feel like I'm greening out of it, so can I have the drink?
What's this?
This lighting really doesn't do, like I keep saying it, but I just see a lot of discoloration that I don't normally see, and we don't normally focus on the physical, but
Nicholas is slow.
I think she could use some chapstick.
What do you want?
A good reminder to keep your lips moist.
Oh, no
tea.
good. I need the pity right now. Nobody likes me. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't like me if you don't want to, but you're wrong about me. That's what's... You know what? If I do something, I'm going to own it, okay? Amber Nicole, when is he going to propose?
BB, hello. No, she doesn't. This lighting is not for her.
No comments. So. Pumpkin spice. No hate, love, condolences to Pete. He may have found comfort and rested easier knowing his best friend was just across the hall. Fucking sorry. Did you seriously just give me $200?
Ew.
Oh wow.
What's that?
Somebody gave me $200.
What did you say?
Thank you so much for the
$200 to tell her that she should be at home and across the hall just in case James actually needs her, instead of high at her allegedly abusive boyfriend's house.
Nope.
No. That was a choice and not the right choice.
Hate, love, condolences to Pete's. He may have found comfort and rested easier knowing that I would be if I was there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, definitely.
Maybe.
Definitely. Instead of hanging out with old mate who James has gone on record not liking.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, maybe. Vera, welcome to Grand Party. I look my Flavio.
Hey, Zoe.
Can I be? I'm gonna ready set these with this. I can't go home right now. Goldilocks. I'm gonna. So.
Cheryl, I think it is the lighting because I know the stand lamp.
I did check in on him. He said he was okay. He ordered.
Shade?
He had dinner.
Uh-huh.
You're right, damn it, Danny. If they're going to hate, nothing.
You know what would have been nice as a friend who's just experienced this? Cooking something that you know Pete's loves. Like, isn't it the meat? Is it the meatloaf that he loves from Foodie? Or there's a roast or something. That might have been a nice thing to do. Oh, you've just had to go and put down your animal. Let me cook you dinner. Like, let me make you something that you like. Like, that would have been a kind thing to do. If we don't want to talk about whether or not you're a good friend, which I don't think you are, let's talk about you just being kind. I don't think this is a show of kindness. Because imagine how good you would feel having just gone through something awful, and then to have someone do something small to make you feel good. For no like, there's no malicious intent behind it. There's no like, I'll buy you dinner because I'm not here. There's nothing like that. But just a sense of something good to do something nice for a friend. That didn't work out apparently. Jane, thank you again for the super chat. Jane says, by the way, James is clinically depressed. I have no idea about that. But there was a discussion about... A while ago, there was a discussion about him seeing someone, a mental health care professional, that we were kind of all on board for, being like, yes, please take control of your mental health. But I don't delve too deep into what is going on with James. I get everything through Foodie because it's enough content to cover. Something like this could send anyone over the edge. I'm actually scared for him. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Foodie should have been a better friend, stayed home, and actually been part of his support network, because, like, that's what you do. That's what you do as a good friend. You make sure that you let them know that you are actually there for you and not doing this.
Say he's gonna change it. You're right. Because no matter what I do, it's always bad. Don't you know that, like, I don't know. I don't know, I guess people really just think those things about me, I guess. Unicorns and bacon. Ask Matter if he can make a good... What is that? Are you trolling?
Exactly, pants. Mario Kart and dinner, or just something to... Just something.
Real food. Ricardo Jimenez. Oh, yeah, sure. You hear yourself? Does your mouth look yellow? Oh, yeah, the light makes me look yellow. I know. This light is yellow light, yeah. That's better. Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna like go to bed soon, or lay down and just have a shower and relax. Huh? Yeah, no, I'm just really tired. What? Oh, I'm tired.
Oh, wait, we're in the living room. For some reason, I thought we were in the bedroom. This is the living room. The curtains should have been the dead giveaway, but I just realized it when the empty cabinet over on the left-hand side was visible. Better times. And that's her TV. That's her TV.
Good night.
I was trying to figure out what was on in the background. That looks... Okay, that thing in the background... Let's go full screen. That thing in the background here... This looks like an aromatherapy machine with the little essential oil box there, and possibly, like, I don't know, water or something. I was just trying to figure it out.
No, I didn't. The day we adopted Tim, we didn't adopt her. What happened was, really wanted to get another pet. because I liked the name Timbit. I saw in the newspaper that a dog was named Timbit. So I went to the pet store, and so at the time I was living with Pete, and he would have agreed with me to get one. I kind of manipulated him. Don't be
I'll take that clip.
mad. But I was like, it'll be your cat. So he agreed to that, and I knew he liked tabbies, because he always grew up with tabbies, and McGregor was the first tabby. And then
That's a cute name.
McGregor the second was the second one. And I was called him McTooth. So anyways, I went to the pet, my mom's friend owned a pet store, so I know adopt, don't shop. But I shopped in this case, and there was a pack,
But also adopt, don't shop.
a bunch of kittens, and I was like, oh darn, no tabbies. But then I lifted one cat, and there was Timbit underneath all the kittens, and she was so cute. So I remember bringing her home, and she was so small. Yeah. It was, yeah. So he just really took to her, like really, really took to her. And
Don't you mean you manipulated him into getting a cat, like you just said? Okay.
she was like, she used, like when we first brought her home, like she used to do really cute things. Like she lived with BBJ for a while, right? And we used to throw a mouse, and she used to fetch it like a dog and like bring it back on the bed. She was really funny. And yeah. Oh, Tintin. So that's really sad. I didn't want to go live because I'm sad about it, honestly, and I don't really want to. I'm not really in a good space right now.
Did she just say she doesn't want to go live?
I didn't want to go live because I'm sad about it, honestly.
Oh, I didn't want to go live because I'm sad about it. Why the fuck did you go live for over an hour, mate? None of this makes sense. Vicky, thank you for the super chat. Vicky says, I'm sorry, this isn't 200. Go buy a Snorlax on me. Vicky, I appreciate it. That's not at all required, but very much appreciated. Thank you for the super chat. And Leona, good to see you. Thank you for the super chat. Leona says, hi, Zach. James has said that he suffers with mental illness, is on meds, has a therapist, and took time off work due to his depression. That's right, yes. I wasn't quite sure where we were at in the current timeline. I was aware of all of those things, but not sure what was going on. Hopefully he's taking care of himself. But again, a good friend would probably be, I don't know. If I were the good friend in question, I would have stayed home to make sure that I was there, Thank you again. And Catalicious, again for the super chat. Catalicious says, looks like FFG's background curtains, etc. Loved it, FFG. Yeah, I can see it. I was just very confused because I remember specifically looking at these curtains in this living room thinking they don't match. And being very confused about the cabinet being entirely empty when we saw that shot previously. But I thought for some reason they were on the bed, but this, no, I was wrong.
I'm not really in a good space right now. So, hi Vero. Oh, bad seed, it's Saturday. Has pats and super chats. Anyway. Andy, I'm not reading your shenanigans. Thanks for your money.
I just want to time, just a moment of reality time.
I mean, yeah, I'm happy, but I am sad about Timbit. I can be sad and still post pictures of fucking dip. Like, I don't know. Can't take my mind. I don't know what people expect when they say she doesn't look depressed. Do you expect me to be huddled in a corner shivering? I mean, I don't know what more. Like, I don't understand.
Again, it's not about for me at least. I'm quite confident in saying that I don't understand Foodie's process of grief whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense to me. It also doesn't make sense that you're telling me you're James's best friend and you abandoning him to deal with his ownness, right? Because that's how I see it. And I would never, so it doesn't make sense to me.
I think that everybody there's like a universal response to depression. There's a universal way to, you know what I mean? Like, that's so ignorant to think that way. I don't know. It's like selective ignorance. What is this?
Oof, that's gaslighting.
I need like probably a whole day break from the internet, but
yeah, you probably should have. You should have. Oh, I miss you guys. No, you were just saying you were so depressed before that you weren't going to go live, but you started this in a rage. So, okay, please take your own advice and just log off for the weekend. Just stop. Just stop it. Sandy, thank you for the super chat. Sandy says, thank you, Pulpy, for being my unpaid therapist. Oh, mate, I am not a mental or physical healthcare professional, and I don't pretend to try and diagnose anyone. Not what I'm about. But if you ever just want to talk stuff through, I mean, chat's here for you. Thank you very much for the super chat. And all I want to do really is promote a shift that I've made myself in regards to positivity. That's it. That's all. But thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, somebody sent $200. Shannon, are you sure your name's not Karen?
Do you know what? That's awful as well. That $200, like, not telling people how to spend their money, but that $200 could certainly have gone to Pete's in this situation instead of Foodie. But that, yeah, I mean, all of that is weird. And anyway, sorry, just a strange thought.
You know, Brandy? Thank you to whoever did. I don't know if selective ignorance is a term. I'm trying to sound smart. My llama pillow? This is my llama here. Right? This is my llama.
Poor Christopher.
Protocol Charlie.
Hey, Marie.
I don't know what to say back to that because I'm too friggin' tired. I don't know. I mean, that's just stupid. Whatever. Anyways.
That's what you were saying?
Yeah. Thanks, Amber Ryan.
Jeanette, I'm sorry. Please say hi to your cat for
Alright,
me.
guys, I'm gonna go. I'm tired.
Okay, then go. 3 minutes more.
Griselda. Mama Grizz! So fuck what, Charlie?
Bug.
What? Oh my god. Is that Mama Grizz? No, that's not Mama Grizz from Beezers. What? Sarah Kelly, welcome to Real Beezers Race Bees. I'm gonna wiggle my non-wiggly arm. Okay, I gotta go.
I don't think anything interesting is going to happen in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah. Stay until the 200 is off the screen. When is that?
Don't pick, please.
I'm picking. I can't. They're not poppable. It's bothering me. Look at it. I have a constellation. Which one is it? Big Dipper? No, it's the Mini Dipper. Oh, I want to watch Candyman.
Maybe a dermatologist, and maybe you can go get your foot checked out at the same time. Or a doctor. Just anyone, really.
Oh, I could go for a friggin' Coca-Cola slushie, actually.
A Coca-Cola slushie, you say? I think this is the pause. This is the Coca-Cola slushie. Coca-Cola slushie? We call them frozen Coke here down under. It's a frozen Coke. It's not a slushie. But we also have slush puppies, which are a different thing, and don't look that up on Urban Dictionary. Coca-Cola slushie? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. What is that? I'll be back on later, probably not. No, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I'm not mean to my audience.
You're rude to your audience, is what you are.
Oh. Tired. Alright. Oh my god.
Alright, Rocky McGee, we're done with you. Team! Just a short one today. I thought we'd catch that while it was live, and hey, we went for almost 2 hours with an hour stream because that's just what we do. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. On your way out, if you'd like to hit that like button, I'd appreciate that very much as well. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Self-care, be productive, do whatever you want, but I hope that you're happier tomorrow, or today at least, than you were yesterday. Go be amazing. For those of you on the rewatch, thank you. I appreciate your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. As always, what have I got going on? I gotta unpack this camera, figure it out. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video and or live stream. Bye.